Shah was also a poet. His songs, as also his stories, are in Sindhi, which language is derived from Sanskrit stock. In his songs, he sings of human love, of divine love, to which human love is a stepping stone of the beauty of nature, of the beauty of the beloved, who is now addressed as a physician, who cures one with his pinch of grace, now as a tavern keeper, who gives the cup only when one's head is offered as a price. And again as a friend of the pilgrimage of pain, and also occasionally he enshrines in them experience of his other states of consciousness, to which the man of the world is often a stranger. And the singing thereof constitutes their excellence. Were it not so, we would not have witnessed ever since he passed away in 1752 to the wonderful phenomena of his songs being sung in the fullness of their heart, not only by the several scores of people living in Shah every Thursday night till the small hours of the morning, but by thousands of people living in Sindh who sing them daily. These songs, which are sung or chanted in various tunes, such as Kalyan, Yaman Kalyan, Kambat, etc., are called by Shah, which is from the Sanskrit word vrata, meaning a statement or news. Though they are popularly known as kafi, which may be from the Persian kafiya, means rhythm. I am repeating once again, these songs which are sung or chanted in various tunes, such as Kalyan, Yaman Kalyan, Khambat, etc., are called by Shah, which is from the Sanskrit word Varta, meaning a statement or news. Though they are popularly known as Kafi, which may be derived from Persian Kafiya, means rhythm. Shah himself was a lover of music. He once said, "In my heart there is a tree of divine love, which dries up unless I sing or listen to music. I am restless without it, but with it I commune with creature or creator, with the creator." But all his songs are not lyrics. Many of them are poems with a heavy dose of didacticism. Didacticism. I am restless without it, he says. Who? Shahalati said, I am restless without music. But with it, I commune with the Creator. But all his songs are not lyrics. Many of them are poems with a heavy dose of didacticism. The reason is obvious. Not to hurt the feelings of his father, and also to help the masses proceed on the path step by step. He had often to expound the traditional tenets of Sufism. Callest thou thyself a moth, then turn not back at the sight of fire. Ask of the moth what it is to burn. Fire has burnt many, burn thou this fire. Rejoice, rejoice. Ecstasy is with the eyes. There is no ecstasy without eyes. They have purchased joy and carry it with themselves. This state is beyond words. Even if these eyes at a billion look, they see him as the beloved. See not with these the eyes of flesh. The eyes never realize the beloved by seeing. They who close both the eyes, they saw him. Take care, O brother. These fleshly eyes will entangle thee someday. Give not therefore up the word of reality. A needle to me is more than kingdoms worth. It clothes all the naked of the world. Itself alone it naked keeps. They who accept the cross as their wedding bed, to them is the vision of God in death. They only should bear the sacred mark who are faithful to their own heresy. Love is the teacher supreme. Love is the be all and end all of existence. The words, the beasts, and the ants mistake them nor as another's voice by the beloved. All this noise is his. So far his songs are concerned, it has to be remembered that, like one of the present day poet of England, his lyrical flame is not self-kindling, but needs the tinder of narrative. For the stories which he pressed into the service of his song were not his own creation. They were current among the people. He only adorned and interpreted, nay, illuminated them in that day. Even to this day, everyone knows the story of Sasui and Punnu, Sasi and Punnu, Umar and Mariu, Momul and Rano, he and Raja, Sohani and Meher, and similar other stories. Here is a spiritual quality and also a selective process in his narrative, which makes it a thing of beauty and a joy forever. The story of Soni and Meher, for instance, runs as follows. In a certain city there lived a porter named Tula. He had a daughter of peerless beauty, Soni, whom Satchel describes in one place in these words. Others are born of their parents, but she was born of love. She was a devout student of Quran. One day, a caravan of the traders from Bukhara, headed by one Izzat Bey, pitched their tent in the city where the porter dwelt. He asked a servant to go to Tula and buy some earthen pots of exquisite workmanship. The servant obeyed, but when he returned to the camp, he brought with him not only the pots, but also the news that the porter had a daughter of peerless beauty. From next day, Izzat Beg began to go daily to the porter on the pretext of buying his pots. This continued for several days, during which secret and sacred love grew up between him and the maiden. Then, when his whole wealth was expended in purchasing pots, he offered himself as a servant in the house of the porter, who employed him for the tending his cattle. He gave him Meher as his name. Meher took the cattle every day along the bank, and as now and again he called out to the Creator. Sohani heard his voice and prayed in the shrine of his heart, God bless Meher and the cattle. But how long could the fragrance of the rose be hid? The porter came to hear of his servant's affection for his daughter, and turned him out of door. And to put an end to Soni's madness, he married her to one Dam, living in the neighborhood, in spite of her protests that she had already plighted her troth to Meher. Dham too failed to win her over to himself. But the die had been cast, and she must perforce live in the house of the. She, however, remained true to Meher, whom she remembered hourly, and to give edge and intensity to her feeling of sensing vividly his presence, she passed her hand over the sleek-skinned cows and chatted with them. Her companions teased her and twittered her, but she did not mind them. Afterwards, every night, with the help of a baked and burnt jar, she swam to the other side and met her Meher. This continued for some time when one day a companion, presumably her sister-in-law, suspecting something, made a search one afternoon when Sony was out and finding a fully baked jar hidden in the corner of her house. Replaced it by one of the clay of which was not as yet burnt fully. The night came, the river was in flood. Sony went to the bank with her jar. No sooner she had stepped into the water than she discovered that the jar was unbaked. The jar began to give away. She threw it aside and saying, "Love needs no crutches," plunged into the river. She was caught in the whirlpool and she cried and called out to Meher, who heard her voice on the other bank but could not move as he was lying wounded. He appealed to one or two persons whom saw nearby to give and save his Sony, but they declined as the storm spelled sure death. Then he plucked up courage and plunged into the river. Sony and Meher met each other on the crest of the wave in the middle of the river, and the stars, being wounded, stopped for a while in their courses and seemed to sing a requiem as the two lovers were lowered by the storm into a watery grave. I shall not try to interpret the tale and drive home the moral, for to do this would be tantamount to a certain creature's hiding its sting in its tail. It is sufficient that if a story deeply interests one, it has served the highest purpose, and those for some time, and those for this interest may be an illusion, yet it is one of those illusions which time burns into an illumination. And it may be stated here that there is something in human nature itself which expects and enjoys such illusions as one conjured up by stories. May this expectation be an upshot of slight aversion which man feels to truth in the abstract, and of his desire to have truth presented to him in a manner which is characterized by what may be called the human touch. The story is rich in dramatic effect, and so one reads it, one enjoys the intensity of its emotional appeal, and in some mysterious manner it transported to another region of consciousness, to what the Chinese call the kingdom of the undefined, where truth comes home to the people with that simplicity and unawareness with which nature ripens her corn and spring brings her basket of flowers to delight the heart of man. This is the secret of the appeal which the story makes both to the young and to the old, or to the illiterate and to the illumined. Picture then to yourself a concourse of men, women, and children sitting under the canopy of heaven and listening to the story related above. Watch them as their faces furnish a moving picture of their emotion. Their heads sway sideways, their hands clap and tears trickle down their cheeks, their heart As a fire, their souls are illuminated with the light of all lights. And what do their enraptured eyes see? A spectacle which only a mystic poet like Shah can project on the lens of their consciousness. When they seem to say in the syllables of silence, which Sarojini Naidu has woven into the words of beauty, one look at him is enough for the souls who have awaited his coming for so long. They instinctively recognize the Master who is full of exquisite gentleness and hidden strength, through whose deep-set eyes love shines, and so radiant is he that souls who look into his eyes see God stooping and showing sufficient of his light for them to rise by their eyes. True, we rise in reverence when a poet or a mystic comes to our doors. For do not we see God standing on his shoulders and stooping to whisper into our ears the words of power, the word which shall take us into the presence of the three aspected eternal, the truth, the good, and the beautiful. And as we see him, do not we hear our soul singing? Friends, you did not see him as I saw him. He is brighter than the sun and the stars, the moons and the constellations. He is sweeter than butter, honey, and sugar candy, says Shalati, the beloved was born within. Such is the miracle wrought by a mystic poet, who is a flute between the lips of the divine musician. Great, great, great.